And you live.
Yo, 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 yo. You know what it is, your man Tony Sco. It is the official after party Tony Sco Morning Riot Show. You know how we get it in every day. And today is no exception, man. We do it every day at 9:15. I'm your man Tony Sco. His name during the morning show is Leon Rogers. But once we hit the after party, he's known as...
DJ LR.
Yeah, DJ LR is in effect. Hey man, what we doing today, man? What's the theme today?
We got my man
really dough in the building.
Yo,
what up, Chicago? Most definitely.
Kanye West photo today.
All right, we gonna keep it shine.
Man on a couple of tools. Of course, you know I gotta start it off with this one, man.
Come on, start it on off, man. What we got?
Seeds up, Chicago.
We gotta start off with that one.
Major?
We major
We
right
are
now.
major.
Let them know why you major though.
Let them know. They don't even know. You got to turn the music down.
Yo.
They don't even know. Why this brother's so major, man? Go ahead and tell the people of Chicago the great news, man.
Most definitely, Chicago. I appreciate the love and support for all the years. You know, we just won that Grammy for Best Rap Song of the Year. All of the lights. Man, salute y'all, Chicago, because I salute you, baby.
And let me just say this for the record. But a lot of folks in Chicago running around talking about they done won some damn Grammys, ain't won nothing. Shit. Right? These guys, when you look at the official Grammy Award,
their government
names on it. Their real names, all right? Chauncey Jackson. No. Malik Jones. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I just want to know right off the bat. Of course, working with Kanye, that's got to be fantastic. But how did you feel, man, when you heard that? When that song that you know that you directly participated in was named that big record of the year like that? I mean, incredible.
I mean, great, man. I mean, it just made me want to go further and further. I mean, just fucking amazing, to be honest with you.
Right.
I mean, especially a kid coming off 87.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. You're a kid from the south side of Chicago, dude. You're sitting there having your name announced as a Grammy winner.
You know what it did for me? I wanted to say to any kid out there that got a dream, man, never give up. Keep your foot on the gas. Ain't no limit to where you can go and what you can do. Look at me. I'm living proof of that.
Yep. Was it humbling to you, man? I mean, did it kind of like take you and make you sit down for a second and realize, you know, there's a higher power working, looking out for us, guiding us, man? I mean, did it kind of humble you a little bit?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But, you know, I've always been a humble cat, you know? I mean, because I've already did so much for us, like 4 or 5 world tours. I mean, look at my friend. My friend is Ye. I mean, I can basically fly out whenever I want.
Who can say that? Who can say their best friend, one of their best friends is Kanye West?
Yeah.
I mean, who can even say that, man?
Yeah.
What is it like? I'm sure, because like me and Leon was talking, they was talking about doing a TV show about Kanye's fashion line and thing of that nature. But what me and Leon said, what we thought the better show would be was just to show him in the studio, his creative process, what he does when he records music. Man, without giving away too much of the secrets, because I know there's some things that they don't want to leave the studio. What is it like working with Kanye West? Because to me, I picture him as like this mad scientist in there with a lab coat on, shit smoking everywhere.
And he absolutely is. He's a fucking mad scientist to the point where, you know, you can be at home picking up on some shit. So when you come around, you like, I want to press play. I don't want to just come around moving my gums. And you'll hear what the fuck he got going on, and you'll kind of sometimes pull your what you got and be like, shit, this nigga on another fucking planet. And that's what you got to understand.
Mine ain't finished yet. I gotta go back to the crib and finish working on
He's
that.
most definitely a workaholic, whereas, you know, all the fun is in the studio. And for a cat to be that successful and just still a workaholic, I mean, you can't do nothing but respect it.
So you can say that working with Kanye, you can look at him and say, throughout all the success, everything that he's done, everything he's accomplished, he still loves the game. He's like Jordan. I still love to slap the shoes on and get on the road.
Shit, most definitely. He's in the studio every night to 4 or 5 a.m. I mean, going hard. I mean, anything he wants is actually being brought there. The food, the catering, I mean, the party and the drinks. I mean, it's a club in the fucking studio. That's our fun.
And I even heard stories like Nicki Minaj did an interview where she said, like, she even had trouble keeping up with the brother. Like, they in there for hours and hours and hours. He's going. I guess he caught her doing like a little 5-second nod and like went in. Like, how the hell you sleep?
Right, you can't sleep in there.
I ain't slept in 5 weeks. So, I mean, talk about trying to keep up with somebody who just works at that level.
Well, I was in Hawaii for a a month and a half actually cooking up.
Was that to Watch the Throne?
No, not to Watch the Throne. I actually did a few dates on Watch the Throne. I did maybe like I did, of course, all the Chicago dates, and I went out and I did the Los Angeles dates with these guys. I did Seattle, but to get back onto the Hawaii cook up and shit of the album and shit, you know, we out there, we're working, and it's to the point where Ye is working so hard, and they put me in this mansion and shit. I'm talking about a $4 or $5 million mansion.
Wow.
I'm
working recording out.
I'm waking up ordering smoothies and shit and salads and all kind of breakfast sandwiches.
Waking up as a dude in the tux next to the bed.
I know. I'm like standing there until I tell you I'm thirsty. No, but no.
Wipe them out.
But no, to be honest with you, these guys are so much. They work so fucking hard. Whereas I start leaving my clothes at the house, and I start spending the night at the studio. Like, fuck that. You niggas got so much more than me. Ain't no way I'm gonna let y'all out hustle me. Because he had guys like Ross popping up and Jay popping up. And I stayed in the studio. I'm talking about maybe like a week straight. And started showering in the back of the studio and shit. Because I wanted to show these guys my dedication of, I want to be here. I want to be involved. But that's how much work is going on. There's so much work going on. Whereas Jay had a roommate in the studio in Hawaii that resembles like when he lived back in Tilly Park.
Just to have that
hunger
home,
and wake up and just feel like, yo, this room is fucking small. I ain't got shit.
Wow.
So he can like actually give all that on his record
to keep him grounded.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how did you guys even hook up? Talk about like meeting Kanye, and how did you guys hook up and form your relationship?
Well, actually, we met through a guy named Birdman. Him and Birdman went to the same grammar school together.
Not Birdman.
Not the Birdman. Matter of fact, yeah, he don't hustle like Birdman either. We call him Birdman because he's like the kosher pickle man, you know. But
we ain't gonna have you explain the kosher.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But me and the homeboy GLC, man, we
shouts to my homie GLC.
Shout out to GLC.
Yes, sir.
We most definitely my brother. We grew up around the corner from each other. Also, me and GLC. But you know, we used to do these gangster rap groups and shit, Gangsta L and Really Though, and we used to do them for fun and start doing little mixtapes. But actually, what happened was it was a DJ too that grew up across the street from me. And his name was Sean. And I was, you know, I grew up gang banging and doing a lot of crazy shit. And I would sit on my porch. And I would hear him banging out all these records. And I would rush by him being a DJ, of course. He got the records first.
Right.
And I basically would
rush. I need that.
I would rush to the record stores because I didn't understand he was a DJ at first. And I would try to buy the records that I would hear him play. So therefore, I had to build a relationship with him because one day I approached him like, yo, dog, what's that shit you was playing the other day?
Right.
Here goes some money, nigga. Make me that shit right about now. I started giving the man allowance money. So therefore, that's what kind of made me a great writer because I was getting fed singles from East Coast. And to go back into how I met Kanye was, you know, my man Birdman, he was like, yo, dog, I know you love music, you and GOC, you know. I know this guy, he makes beats for a little or nothing, $30, $40 and shit. Let me introduce y'all to him, you know. And when I met Kanye, it was more of like, we became friends on like busting down girls and shit. Also, I think we had sex every day at the goddamn Taste. We went at the Taste, going through the motherfucking Taste, pimping hard and shit, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do. But when I went to his room and shit, man, it was like, as a teenager, he had like crates of fucking records everywhere. And then when I went to my room, I had like naked pictures and pictures of Janet Jackson and bullshit on the wall, you know? So,
and he had his work up there.
Most definitely.
Wow.
So, a lot of that I started pulling from a lot of that as a kid. Like, this is what it is, and this is what the fuck I need to be doing if I want to be great.
Wow. Now, let me ask you this. Traveling with Kanye West and doing so much, you had to have been in some positions to meet some extraordinary people because Kanye travels in those circles. Now, he's an icon. He travels in those circles of those people that you like, damn. Has there ever been somebody that you were sitting in the room with and you looking like, damn, I am in the room with blank. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was that one person that you got to meet through Kanye that you was just like, I can't believe I'm sitting here. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it was Michael Jordan.
Wow.
And it was I met Michael Jordan in Seattle. Actually, not Seattle.
I'm sorry,
Sacramento.
When I first
I'm sorry, it was Sacramento. We had a show in Sacramento, and you know, as a kid, of course, I was breathtaking. Stevie Wonder. I met Stevie Wonder maybe about a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So were they doing some work together?
No, he was just back there. He came to the show, wanted to watch the Throne tour dates out there in Los Angeles. And he came back and hung out with us.
What was Stevie's take on the show?
Oh, man.
Jay-Z up here, he looking this way. What?
Well, you know what?
I'm just saying, what was
You got him at the Stevie
it sounded
ears.
good, right? Sounds like a great show.
It's amazing. Stevie's a monster, though, man. Most definitely.
But there, your routine. That's a routine for you right now.
Right. Stevie had to watch the throne tour. Stevie, the stage is this way.
Hey, he trying out new material right now. You can see how it works.
You know what, though, man? I tell you one thing, though, man. All this grinding and work, it's most definitely has opened up crazy outlets for me. Like, who knows? I would have got a call from like George Lucas' son. You know?
Wow.
He was like my guy at the show. You know what I'm saying? My guest. You know, I brought him backstage. Let him meet Ye, and most definitely we're going in on some music right about now. You know?
Wow.
So,
and you damn well know that's a check that is not going to have a problem at the bank. Yes, sir.
You already know
Talk
what it is.
about that too. Talk about now. You know, the lucrative part of it. Like you're a guy who was, you know, out here doing things, and now you're in the circles to where like you can actually see the fruits of your labor pay off. You know what I'm saying? You're basically getting paid right now. What is that like? You know what I'm saying? And also talk to the aspiring artists out there about like coming from nothing and finally getting something, but still maintaining who you are is really though. You know what I mean? How hard is that? Is that really hard to do?
It's hard, man. It's hard coming from Chicago, but you gotta have ambition. You gotta have goals. You gotta have faith. You gotta be a workaholic, and that's one thing these cats respect. Never give up. Like I want to share something with you. There was a point in time the great Kanye West said to me, "Yo, dog, fuck this shit. I'm finna invest into real estate."
Hold on. I didn't even think we understood that shit. So Kanye at some point was getting ready to throw.
He was working on College Dropout. He's working on College Dropout.
One of the best
And
albums.
he had already sold, I'm talking about maybe like 10, 12 beats majorly. You know what I'm saying? He sat down with me and he was like, yo, we was on 95th.
Wow.
Yo,
one of them moments you'll never forget what you was when he said it.
Exactly. Down the street from the plaza.
I had to pick my hamburger up. I looked at him hard. You crazy?
I know. I think we had just ate up all the jerk and shit when he went to sleep. His mom's made him. Rest in peace down the West, most definitely. My mom's, you know. But, you know, crazy, fucking insane. Whereas he says to me, he says, yo, dope, I think I'm just going to invest into real estate. This music shit is just such a fucking headache. Dealing with all these raps and dealing with phoniness and just, you know, people.
So I want to go deal with some tenants.
Exactly. And take the fuck up and accept a check.
Right.
So by me saying that, none of you motherfuckers should ever give up on your dreams. If you are what you say you are, a motherfucking star. I did take that from Lupe bitches, but it is what it is.
And what it does show you too, what that shows you as well is that even for somebody as super talented as a Kanye West, there are still some moments in the business where you got to deal with some BS, and you may feel like, yo, this ain't even worth it. But when you got that talent and that drive and that compassion, man, you're gonna find a way to fight through all of that and get to where you need to be. Hey, we also, man, if you guys are in here and you want to ask my man some questions, we got really dope here. Anything you want to ask him, go right ahead, man. No question is dumb. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want, baby. Williams, you know, like for example, when I was creating my album and shit, you know, First Impressions, you know, I basically, and that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't around great guys like, you know, GL and Ye and the Don C's. I wrote that album and laid that album in 4 days. You know, due to the company I was dealing with, Cartel Records, whereas I went out to LA, I most definitely appreciate the opportunity, but I put out an album that I did Jimmy Kimmel with, the Monique Show. I did a small tour with Winston and Yandel with those guys. I mean, by the way, shout out to those guys. Most definitely, they getting it real huge, you know. I'm talking about these guys are so fucking big, man. They don't even care about money in the States. But they're getting 200 and 300K outside the country.
And let's talk about that too. You know, especially with Kanye, he's a worldwide artist right now. So it's not like, you know, he's hot in the States. He's hot worldwide. You've got to probably travel the world with my brother. What is that like too? Also being in places where they don't even speak the language, but they can rap every lyrics to the song. You know what I'm saying? You walk around, you don't hear English all day until you get on stage. Now everybody know English because they're singing the Kanye West. So what is that like?
Man,
and I want to ask you this too, because me and Leon say this all the time. Do you feel people overseas have a better appreciation for real hip hop music than they do in the States? Because I feel that way. I feel that way
too.
Overseas, they do have a appreciation for the pure pure art form of hip hop.
Most definitely they do. It's like you got cats that don't even speak English, and it's like they're connected to what you're saying. It's like the beats, the drum patterns. I mean, they're just slaves to the rhythm. It's some shit that Michael Jackson used to say, and I totally understood that when you feel someone who don't even speak English vibing and moving to what the fuck you're doing.
Wow, that's awesome.
So,
what's next for you on the horizon, man? Like, what are you working on now? What can we expect from Really Dope?
Right.
Are you planning on, I'm sure with Kanye, he already on to the next project as we
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Most
Never
definitely.
going to sit up and rest.
Never gonna stop.
Yeah.
Right about now, what's going on with me is I flew out to LA a few weeks ago, and Ye set me down, and my role at Good that he wants me to play most definitely would just be writer and basically A&R, overseeing. But I can put it all
How do
together.
you feel about that? How you feel about that?
I loved it. I mean, most definitely, I accepted it. Shit. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and it's a role that I'm honored to be presented.
And as the A&R of Good Music, what is going to be your first job that you think that you want to take on personally? Like, what artists do you see out there on the Good Music label roster that you want to work with and get out? What can we expect coming out of Good Music immediately?
But most definitely, I'm gonna sit down and cook up with Ye, and most definitely go in on all the shit he wants. And
Are they gonna do the Good Music?
Yeah,
Another one of those?
most
Yeah,
definitely.
all
Most
right.
definitely, it's a Good Music compilation album coming out.
Yeah.
Most definitely, Ye is cooking up on 2 new albums.
He's cooking up 2 albums. That's what
2 albums. Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking beast monster.
I had heard
And-
whisperings, I don't know if it's true or not, that they were considering, I don't know if they're going to do it or not, considering doing a sequel to the Watch the Throne. Have you heard anything about that? Do you think they're going to do it? Or to me, is it just something that should be left as in time? It was that one moment that was captured and it was huge and it should just stay right there.
I think most definitely they should do a sequel.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was at those goddamn tour dates. I mean, and I'm talking about fucking amazing. Whereas you got a concert being transformed into a club.
That shit was
some
Vegas.
shit that has never been done.
It was Vegas.
It was
Vegas. I'm going to be honest. Y'all know I've seen a million concerts.
Right.
I mean, in
Right.
my history of doing comedy, doing radio, I've seen a million concerts. Bar none. One of the best freaking shows I have ever seen. I didn't sit down the whole freaking night.
Let me ask you a question.
Cool.
Now, being close to Kanye, and we hear all the stories about how Kanye does like talk on the phone, he texts everybody.
Yeah.
He does
He
emails.
texts and email now, yeah.
French
Okay.
Montana said he didn't sign with Ye because Ye don't have a phone and you got to talk through him through emails.
But I can see why, because he's always in the studio.
Yeah, I
So
get
Yeah,
it.
that's why. That's why, yeah.
And you're Kanye.
Now, let
People
me
gonna be
ask you a
calling you
question.
for BS.
As being close to him, man, you know what? We all know where you guys come
Right,
from.
right,
together.
right, right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From my days of shopping at the Lark, tearing down the plaza, the whole nine.
Shouts out to the Lord.
How tough is it to tell Kanye, and how does he take it when you tell him that ain't shit, bro? Because, I mean, he's Kanye. He's got to be used
Yeah,
to people
does that
catering
happen?
to him to a certain
Right.
extent.
Yeah,
So
I should
you
only
guys
yes man
like
and-
GLC
yeah.
Right.
being the
Yeah.
homies, do you ever, what is it like when he play you a beat and he like excited about
Right.
it, and you like Tony is, like I've come off stage before thinking I done just showed my ass. And Tony's
Right.
like, I seen you do
That was
better.
alright, right?
And,
Right.
and your real homies can
Yeah,
do
your
that,
real
and you
homies-
don't.
Yeah.
So
You
how
don't.
does he
Your real
take it
homies
in
will
one?
do that.
And
There
one,
you go.
Exactly.
Real homies
one, how
will
many
do that.
times had you had to pull his coattail to say, hey man, you wilding the fuck out right now?
You know what? Not very often, but when I do, he most definitely takes it to ear.
Oh,
And
wow.
he says, what you don't like about this shit? Like, Ye is so much of a freak of nature, whereas it would fuck him up if there's 9 people in the room and one person don't like the shit.
Wow.
He gonna figure out
And he
why
wants to know why.
that one person don't like it and fix the problem.
Wow.
So he's never that cocky.
Now we always hear about like Leon was alluding to with the surrounding yourself, and we know there are artists out there that
Not
surround
coattail
themselves.
riders, coattail pullers. That's
Right.
my rule.
Well, you know what? I said something a little earlier to you, whereas when you got a strong circle, you need nerds. But lames will fucking tear you down. And there's a complete difference between nerds
Man,
and
come
lames.
on with it.
You know? Nerds will help build
Wait,
your...
is this an ism?
That's a T-shirt. Shit, I'm about to go get
You know,
that.
sound like a
printed
little
up.
bit of the ism influence.
I know, right?
See that
We
one
know I
more
did
damn
do a
time.
Yeah, I know.
The ism hit my
Shit.
body right there.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we continue though. The difference between lames and nerds. What's the difference?
Yeah. Well, the difference between nerds is, I mean, they got input going on. They're smart. They helping actually build the company and what you got going on. Lames is just niggas is just hanging around and shit, just causing havoc and just looking dumb and just pulling down your swag and just ain't bringing shit to the table.
Names for the cool niggas.
You got also yes man, ridiculously yes man that can be lames.
Yeah, I mean,
because they don't voice a fucking opinion.
And we hear about those artists out there who have nothing but yes men around them.
Oh,
and
and
it's
I
like
think that's so annoying.
and it's like, yeah, because at the end of the day, the person that's really your guy is going to tell you when your shit stinks.
Right. Lames don't want you around.
Right.
You trying to eat and cook. Like lames be looking like, yo, why you here? You know?
Well, we got any questions coming in? Anybody want to congratulate my people or send something out? What you got, Sharon?
They don't like the lease. Should let Sharon do. They don't like the lease.
They don't like the lease. The lease ain't feeling up best today. And let's talk about Chicago. Period, man. We always say this. To me, and we've been talking about this lately on this live stream. I'm really appreciating the younger artists out there in Chicago that are coming up.
Yeah.
Because it seems like we're finally getting rid of that whole haterism tag that we have. Artists are starting to come together, group up, work with one another. We don't have that whole separatist thing that we used to have in Chicago. It's very refreshing to see it happening. So are there any artists out there that you're looking at that you see from Chicago on the local side that's actually putting it down and actually doing what we're supposed to do in this city, man?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I salute the homie YP, most definitely.
Man, shouts to YP, just got a deal, man.
Yeah,
that's my homie
most
right
definitely. Universal. I like Mike Terra. LEP putting in work. LEP going hard. Of course, the ism work ethic is fucking ridiculous. Shout out to GLC. My man Roddy Portier. My man Phil G. I mean, we got so many artists that's coming
Phil
up.
G, man.
Yeah, Phil G.
What about Project Mayhem?
Project Mayhem, you know, excuse me if I forget anybody,
Chief
you know.
Keef out there,
Chief
King
Keef,
Louis
everybody,
out
you know,
there.
all these guys, you know.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, Mike Terra is cool with me, but
I know he's about to
I remember one time I was at the Leon was telling me about Mike Terra, so I'm like, Mike Terra, all right, cool. So I'm at the shrine one night,
and you gotta tell him, like, Tone was hyped because he was like, the nigga named Mike
Terra. So I'm already thinking he's coming out. I'm in the DJ booth, like, shut up, Mike Terra's coming up. But that night, he did, what was the song? It was a dance type.
It's called Juke Them Hoes.
Juke Them Hoes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm standing there, Leon had been pumping the dude up. I'm like, this is the guy, Mike Terra. I'm about to hear some ill shit. And this dude do Juke Them Hoes. I'm standing there like,
Thor. And so it would be kind of like, I'm telling you, yo, Yay, college dropout, crazy college. And when you get on stage, you do, I'm in love with you.
Right.
I'm like, it'll fuck you up. Like,
but then I came back and told Leon, I'm like, this nigga did some shit called Juke Hoes. So Leon had to explain to me.
Analytical mic skills, precise.
Right.
I
mean, Chicago niggas though. You gotta understand when niggas like that grew up juking, you know what I'm saying? Popping on girls and shit, drinking liquor, smoking weed. That's Juke Them Hoes. I mean, where every Chicago nigga can relate to, right?
You call yourself Juke Terror then. You threw me off, man. But
when you go out, you want to juke them hoes.
Right. But then Leon explained to me he got way more, stuff than that.
Yeah.
He's got a complete catalog. He out there doing
but
thing.
you know what? I most definitely feel like it's Chicago's time, you know? I mean, the domino rally effect, we need that to go on throughout Chicago. If you look at it, I'm not knocking any city, but we most definitely have to support our own. It was a point in time I was in Atlanta, and I was in a club with Ye, I think Pharrell,
and you'll see that in other cities. You'll see 5 or 6 of today's hottest stars. You'll see Jeezy and Luda and Gucci and all these
guys together hanging out. Yeah. And matter of fact though, but they spinning like some Ye shit. They spinning some Pharrell joint, and I guess they was catering a little too much to us. Cause I sat back and I was watching people run to the DJ booth. Not to say they wasn't loving the greats and music that was around, cause they was, and they was honored for the presence. But I'm sitting back and I'm watching people run back and forth to the DJ booth. And the DJ get on and he like, yo, you don't know disrespect, we love y'all, but my people want to hear that Southern music, and let's go, we in the South. And I said, oh fuck. Ain't no way in Chicago that shit would have happened.
Nah.
And you know, and that goes back to what I said about us supporting our own.
We gotta
Put
do
on
it
for the city.
We gotta do it, man. We gotta stand up for our city. Hey, yo, check it out. We're gonna be wrapping up in a few minutes, but I want you to talk to the cats out there that are aspiring to do it, the young cats out there. What do you think it takes from you to make it from that? Like, talk about, like, I know there's people out there that's wondering, how do I even get to somebody like a Kanye West or really dope? They gotta be thinking that it's something incredible they gotta do, but really it's
not incredible. I mean, when you create a name for yourself, it's your grind and your hustle. Exactly what you said. The internet is the gift and the curse now. What I mean by it being a curse, okay, people can steal music from you, but most definitely you can become an overnight sensation from your room. If you're a workaholic and you got that shit, and don't ever think these guys ain't watching. I mean, the world is watching. When you that hot and you got something to listen to. So just please keep feeding the internet, keep cooking, never give up on your dreams, and you will be noticed.
Like you said earlier, the internet can be a gift and a curse. Talk about the ways it's a curse.
It's a curse because
riff-raff,
craziness and shit that don't even have to deal with fucking music. It's just posted on music blogs. It's the curse whereas people are able to steal your music for free. Some shit you actually worked hard for and you need to be rewarded off of to feed your family. That's the ultimate killer right there.
So how does one protect themselves from actually doing that? I mean, because it's a give and take. You got to put the music out there for it to be seen.
And don't get me wrong, you have to give away things. People don't understand that you have to sacrifice in order to receive. You can't just, and that was some shit I was dealing with the record label I was signed to, whereas they felt like, yo, we can't give away nothing. We just, everything's for sale. And I'm like, no, you got the greats. You got fucking Kanye doing Good Music Fridays, whereas he's giving away
music.
Right. And someone ain't got to give away shit. Therefore, you have to work hard and give away music to build your buzz and to build your name.
I say this all the time to people. I deal with artists out there a lot, and I tell them all the time, I say, there's people out there with 1/10 of somebody's talent, but 10 times their hustle. And that person is going to end up making it. The person who's got less talent and more hustle. Like, I know some talented cats out there, but they at the crib. You know what I'm saying? While the less talented cat is out here putting his CD in everybody's hand, he's online, putting his stuff up every day. So talk about that. Talk about how your hustle could even surpass people who are talented because you're out there doing it.
You're absolutely right. I mean, by having a strong work ethic, man, I mean, it actually made people want to work with you. It made people say, you know, we'll give them a shot. It actually made people listen to what the fuck you're bringing to the table. Instead of you just running your mouth and bumping your gums and saying, I'm doing this. Without it being on paper, people really don't want to see it. And that goes back to what I said earlier about before I left and met with Ye in December and shit in LA. I made sure I had 8 new songs ready to go. Because I didn't want to go out there and be like, yo, dog, I'm working on this shit, or just spitting 1,000 bars. You know, it looked better as my with my presence and the man that I am for me to be able to press play and say, yeah, you like any of this shit?
And to be confident to know that you can go into a room with somebody like Kanye West and put your shit on and be like, yo, talk about this too. I want people to hear this. Say you get a Kanye West album, it's got 16, 17 joints on it. How many joints are recorded for a particular album and then weeded down to the final ones that make the actual CD?
Endless, man. You're talking about maybe 40, 45, 50 records. I mean,
how do you pick which ones? I mean, damn, if you got 45 Kanye West records, how do you decide which 17 are going on this CD?
Man, it's hard. It's hard. It's breathtaking because the majority of the time I be loving shit. 95% everything.
Right? Has there been some moments where you like, damn, dude, that should have been on there, but it didn't make it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of times. Lots of times. And it's been times where I feel like, you know, maybe you could have left this one off and snatch and pull this one right here.
Wow. All right, man. You know what? This is my man, Really Though. Once again, man, I want to congratulate you, man, on winning the Grammy for the record, All of the Lights. Very big record, man. Of course, we look forward to, you know, you guys doing some more here in Chicago. Let the people know where they can find you, what's going on with your Twitter, Facebook, all that.
Yes, sir. Yes, that Facebook is Really Though Good. That Twitter is Really Though Shot. That is Shot. You know what this is? Put your C's up. And most definitely follow the boy. I'm going in, new album, shitload of new writing. Matter of fact, I just sent John Legend some shit, man. Please love it, baby.
Wow. Hey, what you want to do? You want to take us out with a little something off the top or what? What we gonna do, man?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's do it, Leon. Give him something, man. Give him
Give him a
something.
classic right here.
Hey.
Classic right here for my man.
Your man Tony Sco, really dope. Put your C's up. Chicago, stand up. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Woke up this morning, my whole world was spinning, motherfucking spinning. And then I got a tap on the shoulder, Lieutenant. You already in it, you might as well kill it. Fuck the gang with my eyes closed. Bitches, no feelings, I can nerf all day. In the crib, no ceilings, watching niggas count millions, made shit more. Really leave it up to the women, swear they wouldn't be living. Lord, forgive me for the sinning they hitting. I'm going in again. High off life, populate, syringe, touchdown, take over. Motherfucking pilgrims whooping niggas in it, tell them. For looking like they own more business. Man, you lames couldn't move units off Craigslist. At the front door, talking about we on Craigslist. We already flame, we just puff passing. I get assing with Tony Sco. Niggas you all know, man, Leon Ross, I swear, the whole menage, I swear, my whole squad, I swear, we about to kill them. These niggas that Stop it.
Hey, Chicago, that's my man, really though. Thank you so much for stopping through, man. Yes, sir. Chicago, stand up. Good music in the building. Bonk!
Alright, we out.